Whoa. Apparently, guys, foreigners, listen up. Cheating is acceptable in the Philippines. Having multiple partners in the Philippines is acceptable if you ask this particular Philippine celebrity. Let's go ahead and get into it. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be, the good doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again, definitely an instant classic in the making. There's just no other way around this one. It is an instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe and notify. Do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the good docs content. Everything you should need to know about me shall be listed in the links in the description area below. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about Heart Evangelista. To all of my foreigner friends, you may not be familiar with the name, you may not be familiar with the personality, but she is a very, I would say, popular artista that works on the GMA network. She is an actress, and she is currently married to none other than Francis Joseph Chiz Escudero, who I believe is still a current sitting senator in the Philippines. Now, people used to poke fun at Chiz Escudero, but low key, man, Cheese is probably laughing at y'all because they used to call him like the brokest senator or the senator with the least amount of money and stuff. But low key, I just think he's hiding his assets. But that's none of my business. All right. But, you know, Chiz Escudero, because they used to rank the senators in reference to their assets or how much they're worth. And I think Cheese was at the bottom of the list. You know, people used to get a jab and a poke out of it. You know, he did openly admit he transferred a lot of his assets into some of his family. And that's another story for another day. All right. So these two are married. And what you will notice by just pure looks alone, you can see that Chiz Escudero seems to be quite a lot older than Heart Evangelista is. As a matter of fact, that is Choose. Mr. Francis Joseph Chiz Escudero is currently aged at the age of 51 as of the recording of this video, and Heart Evangelista is 36 years of age. You do the mathematics. I don't feel like adding or subtracting anything today. I'm going to leave that one to the audience. So you can pretty much figure out the age gap. But Chiz Escudero is a senator. Hey, it is what it is, right? He's a senator. It is what it is. All right. So there was an article that came out recently wherein Ms. Heart Evangelista shared that she would forgive her husband, Chiz Escudero, if he cheats because she, quote unquote, loves him. All is forgiven because I love you, boo. Now, how real is this? I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll get into the details in a minute, guys. If you like what's going on, make sure you drop a like. Let's go ahead and hop into this article real quick. All right. So the article reads, Heart Evangelista will forgive her husband, Chiz Escudero, if he cheats because she, quote unquote, loves this man. Now, ideally, let's get a quick look at this picture. I'm sorry about the pop-ups that will potentially come up. Just work with me. All right. So let's get a quick zoom in on the pic. All right. That is Miss Heart Evangelista herself. Pretty little young. Well, she's not. Well, she is young. She kind of young. And that's her husband, Chiz Escudero. All right. Pretty good looking couple. They have a YouTube channel of their own that my young lady has mentioned a couple of things from their particular channel. Not much, but I do believe she does. I just think he's featured on the channel every now and again. They really are what I would consider to be a very realistic couple. Like with some of the things that they're saying and some of the things that they mention on her channel, there's a lot of things I could fuck with, like adulting, you know, getting older and shit, paying bills and stuff, like getting, you know, realities of life, like stuff like that they talk about. Definitely something that I find to be intriguing. But let's go ahead and get into the scathing part of this particular story. Now, Heart Evangelista declared she would be willing to forgive her husband, Senator Chiz Francis Escudero, if she learns he was cheating on her. While some consider cheating to be a relationship deal breaker, that is not the case for the actress, said in an interview given by Karen Davila, GMA person, in the latter's YouTube vlog on the August 28th. The couple was asked by Davila about one thing that could be a potential breakup for them or one thing that could break them up. She says, I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. All right. I don't think it's a deal breaker for myself. Sorry, guys. Give me back because I hate these pop-ups, man. They just show up randomly. My bad. I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. He had struggles in the past relationships and he got married. Okay. So for those that don't know, I do believe this is Heart Evangelista's first marriage, but this may be Chiz Escudero's. At least this is his second. He may have had 2 prior wives, but at least we know for sure it was one. And there may have been an issue with cheating prior in that relationship with him and his other significant other. All right. So basically, and I've never gotten married, so I don't really know how that feels. Yep, this is her first marriage. Okay. Davila then asked Evangelista if she would give Escudero a second chance if she finds out her husband is cheating. Yes, because I love him. I don't love him as a lover. I love him as a friend. Wait a minute. Let's focus on that real quick. She said she would forgive him because she loves him. And she doesn't just love him as a lover, she loves him as a friend. I do believe that you have to be your significant other's best friend. I agree with that. I do believe that you have to be your significant other's best friend. The reason I believe that to be true is because you got to be able to deal with each other on different levels. It can't always be about the intimacy and the sexual aspect. Again, in any relationship, you do have to keep that part of the relationship alive as long as it needs to remain alive between you two. But ideally, man, that person has to be someone you genuinely enjoy spending time with. I mean, you don't necessarily enjoy spending time with every girl you hook up with. Sometimes they genuinely serve one particular purpose, and that's it. So if this is somebody you're considering to be a significant other, somebody you consider to be in a relationship long term, this is somebody you would hope that you would want, that you can have friendly conversations with, be honest with, be vulnerable with. Are you vulnerable with every girl you sleep with? No. So ideally, I do agree with that, you know, being best friends in a relationship and stuff like that. Okay. She says, so you guys are going to have your happy ending. No one is going to stay with you to the end. No, she says, so you guys going to have your happy ending. No, I'm going to stay with you until the end. All right. So ideally, she says, I'm in it for the long haul. Hey, you got to put some spec on her name now. Baby girl says she's in it for the long haul. All right. So the Sorcegon governor, maybe oh, she's the governor of Sorcegon? I'm confused. Maybe he is. I don't forgot. My bad. Don't shit on my political prowess in the Philippines right now. I'm a little rusty. The Sorcegon governor also asked if he still gets jealous of any of his particular girlfriend's exes. So she has had past relationships. He says he doesn't think so, but the actress said this statement may not be true, citing that Escudero's YouTube account. She found out that her husband has been watching videos about her ex-boyfriends. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, my bad, guys. Back to the story again. All right, so basically, apparently, Escudero was following her ex-boyfriends. It doesn't surprise me much. I mean, shit, if my girl looked as good as the Heart Evangelista is, I would want to know what my past competition looked like. You feel me? So he says the motivation is not jealousy, it's curiosity. Yeah, I would be curious to know what my past ex's boyfriends look like. I wouldn't be pressed by it, but I would definitely be intrigued. All right. So Evangelista and Escudero also revealed they plan to have children in the future. But apparently during the filming, there's an upcoming film, GMA series. This will be linked in the description area below the article, guys. So I'm not going to run through it all the way through. Evangelista was previously pregnant with twins in 2018. Unfortunately, they did suffer a miscarriage. All right. Ideally, that is that particular story. Now, let me talk to y'all real quick. Let me stop sharing just for 1 second. Okay. Cheating in the Philippines. How acceptable is cheating in the Philippines? Ideally, There's something about cheating that, as long as it's not on a public and or major scale, that I do personally believe all things can be forgiven. I do. As long as it doesn't play out in a way wherein everybody in your circle knows that you cheated or who cheated, there's definitely some room for forgiveness. I've learned this over time, that the love that you genuinely have for somebody, more specifically, a love that a Filipina may have for her foreign man, may allow her to overlook some prior indiscretions. I will be honest and candid when I say that. Filipinas, for their foreign men, are to an extent willing to overlook past transgressions and indiscretions. Okay? Not all of them will be okay with that, but most of them will. Now, in this article, it just seemed to me, and I like Heart Evangelista. Let's not get it twisted. I like her. I think she's a great personality. Like, she seems really humble, down to earth. And again, I do know about her family. I know how crazy her parents are. Don't act like I'm not in the Philippines know on this. And we'll get to some comments about the story in a minute. Just wait for it. But I respect her approach to it. I guess I'm just kind of weirded out at the fact that it had to be such a public thing to say. Maybe it was a hot take. Maybe it was something to keep their name in the limelight, her name on people's tongues or whatever. But ideally, it's just weird to find women that are willing to openly admit to that. As a man, I'm going to tell you right now, if my girl came to me tomorrow and talk about, yeah, babe, I'll be okay if you cheated on me, I'm going to look at you funny as hell. I'm going to look at you with the side eye like, what are you talking about? If I cheated on you, it's going to be okay. That all made no sense to me, because I've never had a woman in my life come to me and openly accept cheating. Unless we have an open relationship wherein we both are accepting of multiple partners in the relationship, that's not cheating. That's just an agreement. You feel me? But basically, for me to have a transgression that she is not privy to until after the transgression has transpired, now all of a sudden you're going to tell me it's cool if I do that? Now I'm thinking, why are you cool with it for? Like, for real. Like, why is this okay for you? Like, what is it about it? Don't just say because I'm your best friend. Like, for me, if it's my relationship, I'm going to look at you side eye real quick. Like, yo, why is it really cool for you that I cheat? That just doesn't seem like something a Filipino would openly come out and say. Again, as long as it's something that's made known in private, not everybody in your circle is aware of it, I do believe that all things can be forgiven. I've seen it happen on quite a few occasions. I have seen it wherein cheating is not okay, wherein it blew up, and it blew up in such a major way and ended up bad for you. But ideally, if you're a foreigner and your woman comes to you and she tells you it's okay that you cheat, are you not thinking that maybe, just maybe, A, she may have another partner of her own, B, if you cheat, she ain't going to be as cool with it as she said she was, C, you cheat on me, we're married. I know I could get half of whatever you have, if not more. So go ahead and cheat if you want to. All I could do is annoy your ass for irreconcilable differences or whatever it may be, or adultery or whatever the hell. Again, understand, ladies and gentlemen, just because she say it, it kind of hits a little different on whether she actually means it or not. And as I come across some interesting Facebook comments about this story that I want to share with you guys will see that some people are feeling the exact same way. All right, so right now, guys, we're accessing Facebook. Heart Evangelista story here. My man says, go ahead, Chiz, it's okay. She will forgive you. Somebody is having the laughing emoji. Yeah, it's pretty much okay, right? And then Nova says, because she will make the mistress' world horrible, and his political career will be collateral damage despite forgiving him. We know how her parents have raised hell with her former lovers and with Chiz before. She can do the same thing. It's definitely in her genes or in her DNA. Her family is a little different, y'all. The Philippine mother and fathers, whew, they can be intense, especially for their artistahan daughters. All right, my man says two things. Heart is giving Chiz a cue. Go ahead and cheat. It's okay. I will forgive you. Number two, or Heart is saying this is because she's already cheated on Chiz. There you go. Somebody saying, well, maybe, just maybe, it's okay for you to cheat because I done already done it 50 times. And no, I'm not saying that she has. I'm not saying that she has. Let me not jump the gun. But ideally, this has always been a situation and an issue with age gap relationships. Ideally, you would think that a woman who is 36 years of age, as a matter of fact, let me pop over here for a split second. Yes, Heart Evangelista, born on Valentine's Day, mind you, 36 years of age, and her husband, Mr. Chiz Escudero, Francis Joseph Chiz Escudero, is 51. I don't know, where's his age at? I can't get it. Anyways, y'all saw what it was. All right, back up. Right there, 51 years of age. All right, so as we see the age gap, I do believe that in some situations, it would not shock me if that happened to come out to be true. Let's go ahead and read a couple of more comments. Again, people are asking, why does she have to say that? There were other people that were not necessarily upset, but they were definitely wondering, why did she have to be so open about it? Like, why did it have to be a public thing that she had to say on her YouTube channel? Was it for the clicks? Was it for the views? Did she really mean it? Did she not really mean it? There's a lot that goes through your head. Me, I'm telling you, I do have a paranoia sense to me that if my girl told me, yeah, it's okay, you cheat, I'm going to look at her funny and be like, nah, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. You know, I'm gonna look at it funny because ideally giving me permission to cheat is like, it's weird, right? That's all I'm gonna say. It's just weird. Paz Lemi, and I'm not trying to dime anybody out, but these comments are public. It says it's true, Naman. We can forgive, but we will never forget. Ideally, that is where I believe most Filipina minds are. They are very forgiving, but they will damn sure not forget it. And I do believe that they will throw it in your face every single chance that they get. Ideally, I tell guys this, and I made a video about this. If I can find that particular video, I will either tag it in this description box or I will tag it at the end of this video. But there was a video I did a while back that says, if you cheat, if you cheat, you're gone. I believe this is what it said. If you cheat, you're gone. If I cheat and get caught, you're still going to be gone. Ideally, the premise of that video was, look, man, if I get caught cheating, I ain't even going to try to make it right because there's nothing I could do to make it right. I fucked up. I betrayed trust to an extent. And ideally, if it's found out, it's like, well, damn. I have to do all of this stuff to regain trust, to rebuild trust, to do all that extra shit. It's going to be more trouble than it's worth, ideally. And I know it sounds wrong, but ideally, dude, if you ever get caught, man, I would be suspicious of her for the rest of my life. Let's see what other comments are written here. Becoming poor is a deal breaker. Although her husband belongs to one of the poorest provinces of the Philippines, she still saw that bling at the end of the tunnel. So basically, she's saying it's okay for him to cheat because apparently he still does have a relatively sizable amount of money. Somebody said, I will forgive him and his money. So maybe people are looking at it from a money standpoint, but let's not sugarcoat it. Heart Evangelista is rich. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let me do this right now. What is Heart Evangelista's net worth? Because she's got money. Heart Evangelista net worth. Let's see how much she's worth. According to, she's worth $4 million US. So that's a lot of pesos, guys. $4 million US. She's not broke. Now, I want you to understand, in Philippines, $4 million is a lot of money. Even in the United States, $4 million is a lot of money. So ideally, she's got her own money, so it couldn't be for the simple fact that she's trying to go for his. But for the sake of the video, let's figure out what Chiz Escudero's net worth is. Chiz Escudero net worth. Let me see if I can find it. Are y'all not just going to give it to me? We'll say net worth in 2020. I don't know if I got to be specific. It's not really mentioned here. He is considered to be the second poorest senator, and they love to throw that shit in his face. I think that's unfair. I really do think that's BS. But they're not giving me any net worth. If you guys can find it, please, by all means, leave it in the description area below. I mean, leave it in the comment section because I'm not sure exactly what it is. But Chiz Escudero has his money and Heart Evangelista has her own money. I may be going out on a limb when I say this, but I do believe that Heart Evangelista is richer than Chiz Escudero is. All right. I don't know, man. People are saying it's all about the money, but I'm kind of under the assumption that she may have more money than him. on paper. Who knows what kind of behind the scenes stuff and palm greasing we're talking about, but on paper, I do believe she's worth a whole lot more, or they're worth about the same, $4 million. And somebody said that it's because Hart is a cheater too. So you see the different perspective that people are taking in reference to this particular story. Oh, it's okay to cheat. Well, it's okay to cheat because A, she may have another person she's cheating with. Oh, it's okay to cheat because Chiz has money. Oh, it's okay to cheat, but I'll never forgive you. And you see the different perspectives that people have in reference to this story. Some people were even mad that they even reported the story because they were like, man, we're going through a pandemic. I ain't got time to be reading this shit. You would see a lot of those comments if you would scroll through the Facebook section on this particular topic. But ideally, guys, how do you feel about it, man? Guys, do you believe that all will be forgiven for cheating? Filipinas, are you open to forgiving your significant other if he cheats? Yes, no, maybe. That is what the comments section down below is for. And if you guys enjoyed this video, man, make sure you drop a like. Doc would highly appreciate it. In the corner, there was a little thank you heart somewhere if you want to just put a little bit on the Good Doc's books, man. If you can put $2 on it, Doc would be satisfied with that. I appreciate any support, and the Doc is going to keep it coming, ladies and gentlemen, because these stories right here are the ones that make it worth it for me. Shout out to my brother Cal Winston for bringing this particular story to my attention. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you already know what to do. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It has been fun. It has been real, but it's time for the Good Doc to go and get to getting. So with that being said, Good Doc is officially out. At least na ko pa alam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.